Hi guys, it's getting close to Thanksgiving, and so I wanted to go on and do a video for one of my favorite Thanksgiving books, and maybe to teach you a little bit about the history that you didn't know yet. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen with you. Thank You, Sarah, The Woman Who Saved Thanksgiving by Laurie Halse Anderson and Matt Faulkner. Read with permission of Simon & Schuster. You think you know everything about Thanksgiving, now don't you? How the Native Americans saved the Pilgrims from starving, how the Pilgrims held a big feast to celebrate and say thank you, turkey, pumpkin pie, cranberries, the works. Well, listen up. I have a news flash. We almost lost Thanksgiving. Didn't know that, did you? It's true. Way, way back when skirts were long and hats were tall, Thanksgiving was fading away. Sure, the folks up in New England celebrated it. They'd roast a turkey with you, invite the relatives when the harvest came in, but not in the South, not in the West, not even in the mid-Atlantic states. More and more people ignored the holiday. Thanksgiving was in trouble. It needed a superhero. No, not that kind. Thanksgiving needed a real superhero, someone who was bold and brave and stubborn and smart. Thanksgiving needed Sarah Hale. Now I know what you're thinking. She doesn't look like a superhero. She looks like a dainty little lady. Never underestimate dainty little ladies. Sarah Hale was every inch a superhero. Not only did she fight for Thanksgiving, she fought for playgrounds for kids, school for girls, and historic monuments for everyone. She argued against spanking, pie for breakfast, dull stories, corsets and bloomers and bustles, and very serious things like slavery. As if that weren't enough, she raised 5 children, wrote poetry, children's books, novels, and biographies, was the first female magazine editor in America, published great American authors like Henry Wadsworth Longfellow and Edgar Allan Poe, and composed Mary Had a Little Lamb. How did she do all of these things? She was bold, brave, stubborn, and smart. And Sarah Hale had a secret weapon, a pen. When Sarah saw something she didn't like, she picked up her pen and wrote about it. She wrote letters. She wrote articles. She wrote and wrote and wrote until she persuaded people to make the world a better place. Nothing stopped Sarah. Sarah Hale loved Thanksgiving. She wanted the whole country to celebrate it on the same day. When folks started to ignore Thanksgiving, well, that just curdled her gravy. She picked up her pen. She wrote letters, thousands of letters, asking politicians to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. She wrote magazine articles asking her readers for help. The women of America listened. They put down their babies, their hose, their skillets, and their washing. They picked up their pens and wrote. When the letters arrived, the politicians listened too. One by one, the states officially made Thanksgiving a holiday. But that wasn't good enough for Sarah Hale. Sarah Hale wanted the whole country to celebrate together, like a family. She went to the top. Sarah wrote to the president himself, Zachary Taylor. He refused. Did that stop Sarah? No. She waited for the next election and wrote to the new president, Millard Fillmore. He said no, too. Did that stop Sarah? No, she was bold and brave and stubborn and smart, Sarah wrote to the next president, Franklin Pierce. Wouldn't a national day of Thanksgiving be wonderful? No, Pierce grumped. Sarah penned an elegant letter to President James Buchanan. She gave all the reasons why America would be better off if everyone gathered on the fourth Thursday in November to give thanks. President Buchanan disagreed. He had other things on his mind. Sarah felt like the stuffing had been kicked out of her. Everything was going on wrong. America was at war, the North against the South. States that had promised to celebrate Thanksgiving changed their mind. The whole country was falling apart. It was a bleak and scary time. Did that stop Sarah? No way. Nothing stopped Sarah. Superheroes work the hardest when things get tough. She picked up her mighty pen and wrote another letter, this time to President Abraham Lincoln. America needed Thanksgiving now more than ever. A holiday wouldn't stop the war, but it could help bring the country together. She signed the letter, folded it, and slid it into an envelope. She wrote Mr. Lincoln's name and address at the top of the envelope and stuck on a stamp. She mailed the letter. She waited and waited. And then Lincoln said yes. Lincoln said yes. In 1863, President Lincoln made Thanksgiving a national holiday, a day for all Americans to give thanks together. It took Sarah Hale 38 years, thousands of letters, and countless bottles of ink, but she did it. Nothing stopped Sarah. That bold, brave, stubborn, and smart lady saved Thanksgiving for all of us. Thank you, Sarah. And then there are lots of extra facts here at the end of the book if you are interested in going back and reading more of those. I mean, lots and lots and lots. Sarah kept writing letters and poetry until her death on April 30th, 1879. She died in her 90th year, a daughter of the American Revolution who changed the country with her ideas. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really enjoy, even though it kind of glosses over the relationship between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans that in the first couple pages of the book, I love learning more about how Sarah Hale actually worked to get a national holiday for Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Take care. See you soon.